Alright, so we have audio and visual. So we'll get started soon. Just welcome everyone, it's Saturday morning, bright and early, and here we are at the Crooked Spire in Midland, quite possibly the best coffee house in Western Australia. And I'll use DN cam, because I've got my own cam now. Oh, somebody's going to come to the door now.
I can come in.
Yeah. I'll just show you that look, there's people there. Look at the size of this table. Have you ever seen a table as big as this? And I don't care if you have. It's huge. Apparently it's for sale as well. So if anyone is after an enormous table to go on your luxury yacht, then this is the place. So very different environment from yesterday. And I don't think I've ever played somewhere like here before. So obviously you can see me talking with the camera here. I will use this at the moment. There will come times when we use the battle map, which is over here. And that'll take a bit of planning to do, because I'll have to draw out maps. For those playing along at home and watching the stream, we also have my map, which people can't see, and also and also my lovely dice.
That's right.
my beautiful
mirrors.
My beautiful copper dice. Look at that. And my favourite roll set, my rainbow dice. There we go. So for those of you who joined us yesterday, we're a player down. That is Serena, who plays Silver. And for those who were watching last night, and hopefully you were, Silver has left the dimension and has gone on to far worse things. So Serena won't be joining us on Saturday and Sunday, which is a great shame, and I hope she enjoys her activities today. So at some point we will be having a new 5th player join us, and that's where we will start today's session, because carrying on from session 2, which was last night, so there was sessions 1, session 2, now it's session 3. The first thing the team needs to do is find a replacement for Silver. So that being said, we're going to go to the team captain, Murray. So you find yourselves in the Twisted Steeple. Most of the teams are now heading out back towards the Colosseum. And before you stands Sebastian, ready to assist you as best as he can. And you are also aware there's other people kind of milling around, like adventurers without teams. So you can have a team huddle, the 4 of you, and decide where you go from here.
Wow. Don't know where the fuck Silver's disappeared to.
Dude, she was around the bed when she came back. How did you not know she was going to fuck up? But coming from the drow,
Yeah.
Craig.
She was worse than you.
So how's the cat?
Challenge accepted. He purrs very so nicely. I also fucked their team up, so they're probably a little pissed with us by now.
Avoid the toxic team. Pussy galore.
On the plus side, they're a little distracted now, so... Also, I got some intel on that. The old lady is sort of the heart of the team, so if you take her out, they'll shatter.
Technically, she's not old. She's just older.
Well, she's their wise woman.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you take her out, though, they're all going to be really pissed, so, yeah.
Kill her first.
So Sebastian, I will play the role of Sebastian. Here's what you're saying. It says, if you'd like to make a decision about whether you need a 5th person, or indeed who that 5th person would be, it would be timely to do so very soon.
Yes.
Otherwise, you'll be entering the dungeon and the trials with 4, and then you retire as a Satanist.
Sebastian, do you want to play with us?
Oh, alas, I'm not allowed, because I will also be present helping in the trials as well.
Okay.
And I'm not very good at anything.
Stats of 0.
Yeah, I know a lot of things, but you know. But thank you for asking, that's very generous of you.
Alright.
What do we need? We got fighter, wizard, rogue, and cleric.
Do we want ranged or melee?
I would prefer melee, someone just
Yeah,
stay in
because
front of
we're
me.
the only one. We need a fighter of some variety. Are there any paladins around? We don't have one of those.
There's already paladins in hell. I imagine there'd be quite a
Well,
few.
if there are paladins, one would question whether a paladin would want to fight on the same team as a drow. But these are interesting times. So,
Questioning whether we want to fight the same team as a drow.
So Sebastian looks at you.
Look
and
for two
says,
players in the
we have a wizard, a fighter, we have a rogue of sorts, and we have knight, who's a cleric. He says, well, traditionally, you know, one thing that over the years has taught me is that the more people that can stand and get stuck in with a fight is normally preferable. You have a healer and a cleric, so that's good. 5 is always a difficult number, he says.
Do we see any sort of fighter people in the room?
Yeah, there are people that look like they could. I mean, there are people with weapons strapped to their sides in various scabbards and trolls and things like that.
For obvious reasons, it would probably be best that I don't approach them, so somebody with a winning smile should probably.
Somebody with high charisma, then he's traditional, yeah. You've got high charisma.
I do have high charisma, but I'm also drow.
But you have high charisma. It'd be what the dice determine. Your dice and I see us in your box. That's an interesting move.
I know. I'm hoping I won't need them.
Okay, so to be honest though, let's be honest though. You need your dice yesterday, not for combat though, was it?
No, it was for pregnancy test.
Combat of sorts.
Yeah, it was for combat of sorts, yeah, consensual combat.
Acrobatic conduct.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we've got to look for somebody. Thank you, Sebastian.
You're more than welcome.
And yeah, I'll just look around the room for anybody that looks sword and shield, scrappy, sort of.
Okay. So does anybody happen to have a fighter-esque character already prepared? Or a melee combat fighter? Or melee combat
I've got my barbarian,
You've got a barbarian?
Thorin.
So he's a dwarf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see there's a dwarf who looks pretty savage. And probably slightly
So cool.
He's still drinking in the corner.
Yeah. But
There's
he's a dwarf, so that's okay because it's stereotypical. Yeah.
There's another small human next to him just drinking with him.
I don't know.
So yeah.
I'll just rub my temples a bit. Right, and walk over to this dwarf.
I'll let you roll play the dwarf then. Sure.
So, where the hell was that other guy going? I don't know, they all went down some really well.
Morning, friend.
Is it morning? Fuck.
Yeah,
What a
unfortunately.
night.
Oh, yeah, sorry, just before we do that, I think, thank you, Anne, for us, Jan. We just go around the table again, introduce who you are as a human being, who you are as a player, and one fact about your character that you may not have shared in the group before. Let's mix it up a bit. So I'll start again.
My name's Stuart. I'm currently playing Agaroth, the wizard with a sub-level in Rogue. And what the party don't know is I'm not quite the frail old man that I seem to be.
Okay. Start with big secrets, right? Moving around.
As a human, I am trash. My name's Kyle. I am currently playing Murren, the half-orc fighter, with maybe a slight multi-class into the Divine, who surprisingly has a I don't know how much I should share.
We can block areas if you like.
It's out of character play, so you don't know that we don't.
Yeah, we don't metagame here.
That she's on a path of vengeance.
Ooh. You're half orc.
Yes.
Okay, moving around to the other side of the table.
My name is Heather, and I play the half-elf cleric with a sub-level of druid named Nye, who, as we learned last session, has a half-brother.
Yes.
And he's on the team Stairway to Heaven.
Stairway to Heaven, pleasant. And then we have?
Hi, I'm Kira. I am playing a level 6 rogue assassin with sub-level ranger. And Nixia is a drow, and she's a little bit psychotic, but she's very happy because she just got laid, and twice, very acrobatic and not pregnant. And I guess her secret is that she is completely lost. She has left Underdark. She is not a worshipper of Lolth, and she is trying to find purpose.
Thank you. So that's our runners and riders for today. And now we're about to find out who the 5th runner and rider is. Dun, dun, dun. Okay.
So back to Thorin. Would you like to join us for a drink, friend?
That sounds really fucking good.
Sebastian!
Sebastian goes,
Yes, we'll get to that. More drinks!
the barman.
That's a negotiation tactic.
Well, the barman looks at Sebastian, and Sebastian looks at the barman, and Sebastian goes. And the barman says, "Well, we can offer water, tea, or coffee at this time. Now, suddenly, just for you. Think nothing of it."
Oh, so no alcohol.
So
just crumple up.
Yeah, no alcohol until you've left the premises.
All right, let's go.
Are you playing friend or something?
Oh, I don't know.
He's channeling Fred.
Okay.
Thorin.
It's reconnecting, so I just explained that we're using a different flavour of internet today, and I can't guarantee how great the quality will be.
We apologise for that.
So what I'm going to do is the decent thing. I'm going to go and I'm going to disable my camera, just to save some bandwidth.
Oh, we're back.
So you don't need to see the Dungeon Master. So we've got 3 cameras running. If we continue to drop out, what I will next do is I will get rid of the DM dice camera. This way we've got the players. So I apologise for the disruptions. It sometimes happens. This is Australia after all, where we don't get good internet. If we were
It's like
playing,
you're at my place with an NBN.
well, exactly. If we were playing in Mozambique, for example, it'd be a far better connection. But
Yeah.
who doesn't need copper wires? So sorry. Yeah, you looking something up? Or?
Yeah, I was looking advancing in 1 level to 7.
Oh yeah. So you go ahead and do that. I'll just move that there while we've got that. I don't need to see the dice. Not you need to see me. But yeah.
Can't be surprised when your first
Hopefully
turn.
this works. Yeah, I agree. The less you see of me, the better.
What was the advantage?
Initiative.
Give myself a
Oh, okay.
space.
Yeah.
So Thorin is just levelling up to something awesome.
Advantage.
Hopefully.
Surprised. You can't be surprised. I know.
It's what a dwarf.
He can level up and go up there.
At the same time, he just runs in front of it.
Oh, it's all good.
It's for full dwarf.
Yeah.
Full dwarf. Yes.
He comes from the mines.
Yes, I killed a number of them as well.
That is not surprising.
What are you doing in these parts?
I was having a good time, but apparently the bar's closed.
Oh well, go kill some shit, we'll all be happy.
So I take it Onyxia and Thorin are not best buddies.
No, we last met when a tabaxi fell off the roof.
Yeah, but to be fair, the Tabaxi did that an awful lot. That's why she was a rogue.
I don't say we hate each other, we just don't like each other, we're sort of just neutral.
And I am constantly trying to kill his friend.
Yeah, which I don't
You took me
appreciate.
as, didn't you?
Yes.
You tried to hit on me, didn't you?
No, he cried and I was like, no, you're a bitch, go away. I don't want to sleep with you. And then I met Cake and that just got so much worse.
Yeah, he was channeling Freya.
Basically just don't touch her. Don't touch her unless you're furry.
I'm not restricted to furry, I am trying to tap a demon right now.
Okay. Alright. So, Sebastian looks satisfied that you now have your full quota, and he invites you to pick up your gear and head towards the Colosseum.
Obviously, potions and such provided in the trial. Anyway, if like fix some armor and weapons, anything like that, before we head in, or
Not really. We're basically going from the tavern to the Colosseum.
alright. If everyone's ready.
Let's do this.
Okay, so you march through the town together. There's a sizable crowd lining the streets. You keep dropping in and out, but they stick with it. So cheering you on. It doesn't seem to matter whether they're your fans or not. They're just cheering for the spectacle that lays ahead. So after 10 minutes, you get to the outside of the Colosseum. It's vast. It's really tall, and the noise, even from that distance, is deafening. So you walk in, and Sebastian shows you through to what is effectively under the stands. There's lots of different rooms and chambers, and he says, "Okay, you'll be called out shortly for the opening ceremony, and then you'll be invited back here to wait your turn. Because of you getting a 5th member, you're now going to be going 6th. So, okay. So the DM is not going to try and worry about the dropout rate, and we'll keep going. So you go through, and all 6 teams are lined up in the sand in the middle of the Colosseum, facing the throne, in which
The royal box.
the Imperial boxes. Oh,
Yeah, that works.
yeah. Or godly box, or
What
infernal
a
box. Yeah, basically it's a box.
Infernal box.
Infernal box. I mean, probably what you explored last night.
No
And then you see Prince of Darkness himself, Raz, sitting in his titanic stone throne. Oh, sorry, it's not. It's black and gold. So. You see at his left-hand side, Silver. He's standing there. He has his bow slung over his shoulder. He looks impressive. He is well bedecked in new clothing, varying on themes of black and red. He makes eye contact with you and gives you a courteous nod.
How far away is he?
He is quite a distance away.
Yeah.
But obviously you can see him giving nod, and he can
Yeah.
see you. So.
Someone traded up.
Sorry?
Someone traded up.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way. Do you respond to his courteous nod?
No.
No? Or-
You, Thorin would know.
No.
Thorin wouldn't know, no. And
No, Thorin.
Athel-
Silverwood?
No.
I don't think you two have left.
No, in that case, no. Thorin would acknowledge. Agaroth wouldn't acknowledge he wasn't with us long enough.
And what about Nye?
Yeah, sure, acknowledge.
I'd give a curious half raised eyebrow.
Silver's just like,
I've got more pressing issues to worry about.
Yeah, figuratively. So
Harry's just like,
grass stands and the crowd falls silent. There's about 100,000 people in
We
the
have a
Colosseum.
comment from our chat room. Someone do an insight check.
On what?
On what? Silver?
Stop trying to run the game, Jam. Jesus.
Who's Jan? Do we know who Jan
Yeah,
is?
he's DM of.
Yeah, awesome.
from that distance, I don't think inside would work.
Yeah, I don't think it'll work.
Yeah. So Drast gives another elaborate speech. He oozes charisma and just total control over the crowd. He invites the crowd to go wild again, and the first team, which is now team number 2, because so Pussy Galore.
Tabaxi team.
Tabaxi team. They raise their weapons and their various equipment in their hand to the crowd in a salute. The crowd going wild. Darker sees you and gives you a win. Then gets probably elbowed hard in the ribs by his sister. And they walk through some massive brass doors open. Sorry, was it brass or bronze? Bronze doors, brazen doors open up. It's completely dark and you can't really see what's in there. And you walk in and the doors close behind them. And at that point, the rest of the team's invited to go back inside because team number 3 won't be for another hour. So you go back inside. You pick up on the way back in. Obviously, there's discussions that you can overhear. There's some nerves among the team. You don't hear much from the Drow team, they're not really talking. But the other teams, there's this kind of electric tension in the air. You know, I think the old high elf quote is "shit just got real." It might be high elf, it could be whatever, I'm not sure. And you're invited through to a comfortable enough room. It's basically made of stone, the same stone the Colosseum is made of, but there are cushions on the stone benches, pitchers of water. And Sebastian says if there's an opportunity if you need to work on your equipment, with your weapons and armour, he can make equipment available to you to make sure that's. So bladed objects are nice and sharp and you look well polished. So they're trying to look after your gear before you go in. So you've basically got you've got about 4 or 5 hours before you're required to go in. What would the team like to do?
I'm going to fix my light crossbow. It's broken.
Okay. You mentioned this to Sebastian, and him on one of the stone tables is some equipment that you would need to do that. It'll probably take at least an hour to fix that. So, anybody else?
Not that he wants anything, but when there's only the last two teams left, I want to try and find one of the other party members by themselves.
What, of your own party?
Yeah. Or the other, if they're alone sort of thing.
And that's Agatha, isn't it?
Yeah.
So hang on, which one? Who's playing 2 characters now? I'm confused.
I'll let Stuart do Thorin in the RP,
Yeah.
like in this stuff, because obviously your character, I'll just combat. But again, feel free if you think you should be doing something particular, jump in. There's not an issue.
Generally speaking, if you're playing Thorin, you make the decisions for you.
Oh yeah, I know. I just want to try and keep as true to the character as possible.
Yeah, that's why he's your character now, so you can make him as true as you want him
Yeah,
to be.
exactly.
So, you've basically fostered him, so.
Yeah. Be nice to my baby.
Yeah. So time passes, you work on your equipment, you repair your light crossbow, so it's now fully functional.
Is there any just like sticks or some wood or something around that could just be like just some sticks?
For what purpose would you like to discuss?
A goodwill diplomatic mission.
You can certainly ask the Sebastian and he will fetch you some sticks.
Sebastian,
Yeah.
is it? I know this might seem strange, but you wouldn't happen to know where I can get just 5 sticks? Does nothing special, just sticks. Doesn't matter how long or how thick.
Sure. And he goes into, he carries with him like a satchel, and he puts his hand in and pulls out 5 sticks and hands them to you. I hope these are acceptable.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Sebastian.
I think he's making this sort of smack from his ass. Personally,
I thought eat sticks and stuff.
yeah, toothpick. So you have your sticks. Now you're slightly out of hand. There you go. Okay, so
I'll look around. Is the Drow team still in here?
They'd be next to go, wouldn't
They're
they?
next.
They are still there at the moment. You're in the middle of fixing your boat. It will be fixed. They are preparing themselves to go.
Cool. I'm going to walk up to them.
Okay.
Lauren.
Yeah, as Mara.
Yeah. They turn to look at you. They're not particularly pleased, A, by the fact it's you, and B, they're in the middle of their preparations to go. So,
That's fine. I don't expect a warm welcome.
no, that's definitely true.
Ladies, apology for the interruption, and I give a little thematic curtsy.
Yeah.
I have a friendly gift, just no hard feelings, and I give them 5 sticks. The 5 sticks.
Right. They kind of regard this as what
It's
the
like-
hell are you doing?
Well, I kind of figured that if the other ones up your arse will be getting a bit dirty, so I can replace them and just walk away.
As you do so, the fighter in the group grabs the pommel of her sword and tries to pull it, and it won't come, and they kind of look at each other, and Sebastian's, just a reminder that there's to be no combat unless it's in the actual dungeons themselves, ladies. He says it to the ladies. Yeah, whilst they can't draw weapons or create...
Oh, yeah, they're going to be pissed. I'm well.
they could probably punch you if you hang around.
I know. After dropping that, I just walk back to.
I think that was the point to piss them off.
Great. As you walk back to your room, Sebastian looks at you and smiles. Says, an interesting use of sticks, if I may say so, mate.
I just don't like people to think they're better than other people. I've met their kind before. It's always fun to bring them down a level.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Always. Very good stuff. And there's the increasing volume of the crowd and the aforementioned drought party toss their sticks aside in disgust and head out into the main arena, and the door into the outside closes again. You hear cheering and screaming, and you hear the voice of Lord Grass. And the only thing you then hear is the boom of the bronze gates closing. So they are now in the dungeon.
If that took an hour, that means my crossbow's done now, isn't it?
I will allow that. Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll allow that. So, okay.
I'm going to wander back to the group, and is it not ironic that the others think it is such an honour to be here, yet we have just been dropped on our asses and couldn't wait to get out? What the hell are we doing here?
Surviving.
Oh, yeah, it's obvious. The trial of champions.
We didn't volunteer for this.
Sebastian Chubbins. Nobody volunteers to be chosen as champions.
Everybody else seems
Sebastian's
pleased.
there, isn't he?
Well, you have to look at who is pleased and who is nervous.
We have a comment from Marin. Should draw a line in the sand in front of them, get them really rattled.
Yeah.
For the drow team, I believe.
That's it. Well, they've already gone now.
Yeah.
They were upset anyway. So.
Missed the chance.
I don't know, the sick comment was pretty on point. Drop the mic, walk away.
Yeah, I was going to say that's pretty on point. So.
Yes.
Sebastian explained that the drows will always relish a competition such as this. Others who are going to be competing see this as an opportunity for immortality, if not in life, but in death. Others, well, such as yourselves, have been 5 or 6 hours have passed. You look up into the sky, it's still the same brightness, there's nothing's changed, there's no sun in the sky. It's daytime, but it hasn't changed at all. It's an interesting, you notice that time has passed, but it doesn't seem to have passed. Lord Grass stands and declares, it is now time for Highway to Hell to enter the trial of the champions. Are you ready? He booms down to you.
Take out my axe. We're in the middle of the arena still.
Yeah, you're allowed to, to draw weapons.
Yeah, no, not in a combat-y sort of.
Yeah, no, yeah, I
just
understand. Yeah.
I'm just
look up at little grass.
How awkward
Just-
should be?
Yeah. Oh,
Walking.
Yeah.
I'm going to raise my mace, turn to the crowd and go, yeah!
Rock on! The crowd loved that show and display of violence, and Lord Grast appreciates it too. Silver also claps his hands and nods in the affirmative. And, if you could read his mind, which you can't, he'd be thinking good luck. Despite the fact he's moved on, he doesn't say you ain't getting ill at all. The brazen gates open, and before you is the start of the trials. You walk forward.
As team captain, I'll head first, I suppose.
Yep. And everyone else follows. The crowd cheer and shout, and you hear a few individual voices in getting the ball saying, "Fuck you." You always get them every day, and they'll be sort of social media later. Well, it's not our right to book people, really. It's not very nice. You've got nothing to say. His next door neighbour says, "We've got nothing nice to say. Don't say it at all." Fuck you.
Your friend, hollering.
So you walk into the relatively dim coolness of a large passageway. Suddenly it goes dark as the boom of the bronze gates seal behind you. As that happens, torches that run along both sides of the passageway just instantly come to life. So those who choose races without dark vision can see. Obviously, some of you have dark vision. And so that brings me to the map. So you enter, and the passageway is like 100 feet long. As you go past about 30 foot, there appears to be a door to your left-hand side, or the passageway continues straight on.
Now that we're out of the crowd, I vote you go first.
Yes. Rogue, I'll do it. Alright.
Yep.
So what's Rogue going to do?
Okay, so you said 30-foot door and then ongoing?
You walk 30 foot, there's a door on your left-hand side, or you keep going straight on.
Well, I'm gonna go check the door. I would, use my stealthishness or whatever.
Or I can just do it with magic.
Oh, you can do that? Do the magic, that
Well-
will touch that shit.
So with your magic, you can detect magic, can't you?
Yeah.
But you can't necessarily detect traps.
No, I can't take traps, but I've got mage hand, so the hand will go 30 feet to the door.
Touch the door. Touch it.
So you're just to get this straight, your strategy is you're going to stay where you are and then send your main.
I go to grab Anixia and no.
Don't recommend that.
Before full smashing, I'll just push against it, see if that'll dislodge it enough to open it.
Thorin would aid his assistance.
How hard do you push the door?
Fairly hard.
Okay, roll me dexterity, please. And also Elixir, roll me dexterity.
What is my dexterity? Ha! That's funny.
That's pretty good.
But never happens. Why now?
18.
It's only gonna blow up.
18. So you both pass. You both manage to leap out of the way as a cone of acid sprays out from the trap that wasn't searched for. The wall behind the door, the stone starts to sizzle. It would have done you a fair nasty had you been unable to get out of the way.
We've gone offline. Dropped out again.
Apparently it says I'm still online.
That's weird.
I've had dropped frames, but not loss of connection.
Well, the stream says we're offline.
Okay, well we'll keep going.
If anyone in the chat can,
If you can at least hear us, maybe.
yeah, can let us know what's going on.
Yeah. So if you can hear us, just put a comment in the chat box. That would be great. Not that that's going to stop us, but it'd be great if you could hear us. Thank you. That's what then the conversation was. So maybe a lesson that Anixia learned from that
Okay.
is okay, cool. Is
Check shit.
check for traps as well as whether the door's locked.
But I'm going to laugh delightedly.
Sorry?
I'm going to laugh delightedly. I'd like a good jump in the morning.
Well, he just knows it needs everyone needs a nice acid facial in the morning. So the door is still there. The door is still stuck.
Alright. Okay, so trap's gone off, door is stuck. How much force did you apply?
I think you basically pushed against the door, didn't you? You kind of.
Yeah,
you
just a
didn't-
general.
Yeah, you didn't attack the door.
Yeah.
Right, team vote, do we want to bash the shit out of this? How badly do we want to get in this room?
I don't even know what's on the other side.
I don't like the idea of
We are under a time
The
limit. here.
corridor goes down further, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why don't we just
Continue.
the corridor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, we're going to move on, but this time I'm going to actually look for fucking traps.
That's awesome. So you walk all the way down to the end of the passageway. There's a turning to your left, and then 10 feet later, the passageway ends, and there's another turning to the left.
I've drawn this completely wrong.
Good luck if you're trying to draw this map.
Okay,
At this point, well, now let's do it
Let's
like
do
this.
that.
So
straight.
Sebastian notices that the Sebastian, who's always there when he needs to be, notices that you're trying to draw the map, and he says, just as a gentle suggestion, trying to draw the map is a fool's errand. A bit like the tavern, which appears as a normal tavern from the inside. The dungeon is, how should we say, the aspects and ratio are not fixed.
Oh, we can give up on that one.
Means it's bigger and more wibbly wobbly on the inside, and it may be subject to change.
Alright.
However, the chances of you as a team getting lost are remote, because I'm always here.
Ah, alright.
And then he disappears again. Okay. So you have the first turning on the left or the second turning on the left?
What's on the first turning?
Will you tell me if you
Can
do?
we see?
I'm looking here.
You can see a passageway that's about 40 foot long that turns to the right. In fact, you see two turnings to the right. And the other one just ends after about 15 feet, and there's a turning to the right.
First one.
Yeah.
First left? Right.
Maze rule.
Yeah, so you walk down, click, clock, click, clock, click, clock, click. So you come across, there's two turnings to the right. One, after about 10 foot, there's a door. And the other one, well, you haven't got to that one yet. You can see there's two turnings. One of them ends in a door, and then the other, you haven't seen what the other one is.
Given that we are still supposed to be hunting for these fire diamonds, I hope we need to check doors as we come across them.
Agree.
Mage hand door.
How, I'm just stepping out of my role here. How useful is Mage Hand Door? It didn't really do anything for the last one.
Yeah. But like, so is it? Okay, I'm just trying to fucking make it my understanding around this. Does it like touch anything? Like, is it a physical thing? Or is
A
it
Mage
just
Hand can pick up objects of £5 or less. It can physically interact with objects, but in terms of doing door searches, it won't do anything. It'll just physically be there. What you need is like some sort of rogue person to actually physically inspect the door.
Yes, but would he be able to, by using the mage hand, would he be able to detect his magic on the door through the hand,
No.
or is it just him getting close?
Because he has a physical
Yeah, basically just see if the door opens or not.
If you want to tap on a guard's shoulder from 30 foot away, you can use a Mage Hand.
Gotcha. Alright, so really there's no point in using it. Alright. I'm going to check the traps this time off the door.
Go on then.
Okay, so roll your lucky d20. Add
13 plus. Oh, am I investigating?
investigation.
5.
Thank you. 18. Let's have a look now. So, maybe I have to scroll down this way. Right.
Which trap do I have to check which one it is?
It doesn't appear to be trapped.
Okay. Pick lock. Stand back just in case.
There is no lock to pick.
Alright, I'll attempt to open the door.
The door is stuck.
I'm getting really sick of these doors. Mara just smashed the door.
Just shoulder check the door.
So roll me a d20. You'd be basically doing a strength check, I'm guessing.
Well, I rolled a 3, so plus 5.
So, you bash into the door, it doesn't appear to do an awful lot, but in your own heart you're thinking, you know, I didn't really get that my best shot.
Still a bit.
I think the bedside cabinet with more contentment. At this point, Sebastian Pierce says, "You are allowed now to smash stuff, sir," and then disappears.
I really like that, Sebastian.
Yeah, you thought you'd find that helpful.
Dwarf. I'd like to have a go.
Lean against the door.
Get Thorin to attempt to.
No, he just hit it with them.
So is somebody attacking the door?
Thorin would just hit it with them with his mace.
Maul.
Okay, well, give us a roll then.
Fuck's sake. 3 plus 7 out of 10.
10.
Did you not drink your coffee this morning?
Okay, so you managed to chip a bit off the door. It appears to be made of bone. It's certainly not rock or anything or wood. It appears to be bony in nature. So you've chipped a bit off it, but you haven't opened the door.
Is it a sharp piece?
Not sharp enough to be useful.
I'll pick that up.
You can pick it up if you want.
I'll keep it anyway, you never know.
You never know.
Nobody comes in
You never know when you want to chip a bone.
We're not on my, come on, it's necromancer or something. What is this? Treatment is nothing else.
Hit it again.
Can we double attack it this time?
You can, yeah.
Both of us, like.
As far as enemies in this dungeon go, it's probably one of the easier ones. It's not going to move.
Is it though? It's a door. You know our track record with door.
Doors.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, we know it's not trapped. Yeah.
Green is Marin.
Yeah.
Black is Thorin.
Is it higher than 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thorin rolled a 5 plus 7. I rolled a 15.
Yeah, that's good enough. Is that Thorin, you say?
Are we both?
Who rolled the 15?
I did. No, Marin did. Sorry.
Yeah. So as you're both attacking it, you make a decisive hit, and you hear that whatever was keeping it stuck is now unstuck, and the door kind of opens ajar. I mean, the door doesn't open ajar, but the door is ajar.
Is it dark inside the room? Can we see what's in it?
Let me tell you.
No.
Okay, so there's inside the room there's a magical altar of a goddess of light. In the northwest corner of the room, and it causes unease in any evil creature within 30 feet.
Oh fuck.
You're just feeling uneasy. And a pile of rotten bread lies in the east side of the room.
A pile of what, sorry?
Rotten bread.
Rotten bread.
Uh-oh.
Pulls out bread. Most interactive DM ever.
But did it actually have to be rotten?
Yeah, it's been there a while. Oh,
Okay.
there's no pencils. Okay. However, the altar.
You gonna burn it?
Oh yeah, well, sorry, I didn't know what it was.
So the bread and the altar is not the only thing that's in the room.
Of course not. That would be
No, of course not. I mean, this is the trial of champions after all. I have to say, you know, and there are other enemies, there are bad guys in the room. No, don't worry. They're probably even less
I'm so
harmful.
salty about the wasp.
And then fire beetles, because I don't mind fighting fire beetles.
Yeah, that
It's
was
alright, we get.
They're not insects.
No. So I'm going to be writing. Heavy's dead.
we think.
Well, yeah, you just left him behind.
We'll go with that.
Flex in another team.
I mean, it's kind of hard to survive a 120-foot fall.
Wild shape Spider-Man.
Transformations weren't really useful previously. I don't see how they would be now.
Feather fall.
Probably like you go to turn into like something and end up being a walrus. Ah, crap.
Cool, this is like an
You roll initiative, please. In total? Yeah, see, this is where you need to read from your initiative box.
6, so 9.
9, alright. Yep.
3.
In total?
Yep.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
Now, I'd just like to point out that when we said it's a trial of champion, right, the champion bit isn't about breaking a door.
That was
Murren,
impressive.
Murren rolled 8. 8 was advantage on initiative, wasn't it? So it's 9. Ooh, Thorin, plus 1, 17.
Thorin is 17?
Yeah.
And Murren?
8.
8.
Lauren's leading the way.
9?
11.
11. Wow. Okay. Luckily, the enemies also rolled particularly badly as well. They always do. So, as you enter the room, you see that the owners of the Rotten Red are smallish lizard-like creatures who are more bark and less bite. They're kobolds, so you've been given a pretty easy way to warm up, frankly. But there is 8 of them. So let me just write this down. Oh, man. I can't see any of you guys dying this time. Famous last words.
It sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, you're right. Hold my beer. Okay. Man, this is. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay. Are you ready for combat?
No!
So Thorin gets to go first. There are 8 kobolds. I won't need to use the battle map because you will be in fairly close proximity to each other. So.
I'm going to whip
Really?
out.
Are you Thorin?
Oh, sorry.
I admire.
By all means, if you want to play the role.
That would not end well, but yeah, weapons drawn either way.
Thorin says he wants to stick for
And
Nixie.
Nixie is he's of a half drow, half kobold look like. Okay. Thorin.
Is that 4 rages that he has? Okay, cool. Thorin will just run in,
Yeah.
find the closest kobold, and just
How about number 1 would be the closest one to you? Does that sound
number 2
good?
then, no, nothing.
Okay, so roll
Smack it with the maul.
with the ball. Yeah.
He's got multi-attack, so
Wow. Somebody's keen to roll, guys.
white is number 1, black is number 2. Ooh. First hit is, because I can't math, 23.
No, that's a hit.
Second one is 17.
17, that's a hit. Deal with number 1 first.
8 for the first hit.
Yeah, the kobold number 1 literally explodes in blood and viscera, and a look of pretty disgusted surprise as it flies to all parts of the room. Number 2 maybe? Or are you just attacking number 1 with 2 hits?
Yeah, because
Wow. Okay, so you hit number 1, it kind of explodes, and hit number 2 hits the kobold head like a baseball. It flies across the room, hits the wall, and just lands on the floor. But it looks and says, "Fuck you." So yeah, well done. Number 1 is dead.
Yay.
Is that your go? You don't get a. I think yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah, don't waste second wind or anything.
What's barbarian? Doesn't have it.
Knight, it's your go.
Rage is a bonus action, there's no point.
Yeah.
Where am I in
Nothing
relation
kobolds.
to
That's what's like, who are you going to add if I don't get it?
They're basically kind of like 5-10 foot away from you. You've disturbed their meal of moldy bread.
and one's down.
Number 1 is down and
One.
spread open.
Again.
One is all over the place.
Okay, I'm going to attack.
My contempt's all in the doorway.
I would assume that you'll all pile into the room.
Yeah, I'm going to move further into the room and attack number 2. With
Okay,
my
number
mace.
2 is ready. He's kind of steeled himself. It could be a throw, I don't know. Very difficult to go.
He's seen the first one just go.
Yeah. Okay, I better do something now. Don't hit me.
14.
14 is a hit.
Five damage.
He dies. Not as explosively as the first attack, but yeah, you. What were you attacking with?
Mace.
A mace, yeah, you cave its head in, and a knife pops out and rolls across the floor. That brings us to Anixia, who's third in initiative, rolling a 9.
I have called my rapier.
Oh,
17.
that's definitely it. Oh, you obviously add something to your 17, don't you? You have an attack bonus on your rapier, it says attack bonus.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
No.
Where's that?
On your weapon, it should say attack bonus for the weapon. If you're using it as finesse, it should be a dexterity bonus, or if you're using it as strength, it would be your strength bonus.
Ah, okay.
So I would assume being a rogue, it would be finesse. And
Yeah.
Dexterity, so what's your dex modifier?
Dex is 6.
Yeah, so you take that 17 and add 6 to it, which is 23, which
Doing
is
very much.
absolutely yeah.
Skewer.
If it didn't, I would be very
Let's see
worried.
how much you do first.
Alright. Not much. 6. Plus 6 to 12.
Yeah, so describe how you kill it.
I stick the rapier right through its throat. Like,
Yeah, and that does for number 3. Next is Mullen.
Attack number 4 with 1 attack.
Yep. Number 4, yep.
I think so, yeah.
16.
16 is a hit.
That's 13
13.
damage.
Yeah. A bit like the first one, it kind of sprays.
Cleave it in two and it just
Yeah.
slides along the axe.
That felt good for you. I mean, obviously not for Kobold, but it felt pretty good.
Don't care about the kobolds. And the second attack hit,
Number 5?
yeah, the next
Yeah.
one down the chain. Lots of 17.
So we
Yeah,
So,
that's the hit without even a beard.
You still wouldn't hit.
Yeah.
12 damage.
That's the same story.
It's D20.
We can have the Kobolds go. Sorry, actually.
His proficiency every time.
The 3 that are left. So
Proficient with lucky.
number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
So really it's that one. So really it's that one.
4. So Kobold number 6 attacks 9.
Oh,
I know that, I'm surprised.
Yes.
Move the page now.
Where the fighters? Take the cleric, please. I don't want to get hurt.
He attacks you with his dagger. 4. 16 to hit.
yeah, that just is. Yeah.
I don't care. He's over the moon. And he does you 3 damage.
What's it for?
3 damage.
3.
Yeah. He does you 3 damage. He does at you. Okay.
He
Number
doesn't
7 is going to attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, it's a 6. 2, which is Thorin. He's going to attack Thorin.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
He's
it's between us.
definitely going to attack
Yeah, it's
Thorin.
between us.
Yeah. Oh, man. For 22 to hit. They're small, but they're bitey.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. And he does you for 5 damage.
Haha.
Finds a gap in your armor. And number 8.
Yeah. Fucking
Attacks
hell,
Calixia for 9.
Yeah.
No. So,
Fucking
well
peasant.
done, dudes. It's not great mission. Agathor, amazingly, it's your go now.
So all 3 are just there.
Maybe. Depends what you want to do.
I'm going to cast Burning Hands and
Okay.
just burn all 3.
Yeah, you can do that. Do they get a save on it? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dex saving throw.
Oh, alright. Critical fail. I don't think they're getting out of the way.
So, all three?
Trip over each other.
Fail.
5, 6, 14.
14, they're all dead. The bird then just erupts in flame, they squeak and squeal and they make noise like popping corn. And they drop to the floor. There's this smell of kind of charred flesh.
I laugh and smile.
And wine drink, yeah. So the enemies are dead. Do you want to do anything else?
Investigate the
You
room.
want to investigate the room?
I want to check the bodies.
Okay, well,
2 female, 6 male. But
It's
there's,
still warm. Go for it.
you can't do much with them. Punch them over there, punch them over there. 3 are burned.
You can take the parts
It's
and
going to make
use it
searching
later.
them a little harder if I have to go see the story.
Check to see which altar.
in a
Which
moment,
one is-
but I'm just resolve this first. So you find 3 gold pieces. There's obviously 8 tigers. If you want to downgrade your weapon to a kobold dagger.
I already have a
There's
dagger.
there's some burned leather armor. There's some leather armor that's got big holes in it.
So on their bodies, it's like basically nothing but armor.
I don't think. Well, it's leather. It's kind of leather and loincloth.
Okay, so we're gonna not touch them.
A scrappy kobold.
There's nothing that you'd probably want to take from them.
Okay.
Except the satisfaction.
Let's have a look.
I'm also gonna casually kick the one that tried to attack me.
Yeah. So you check the altar.
Yeah, I want to see
I'm
which god or goddess it might belong to.
Okay, just who's investigating the room. Who's got the best investigation skill?
Me.
Yeah. Do you want to roll a d20 then?
21.
So you might. So you find behind there's a statue of an armed warrior in the corner, and behind that you see there's a secret door,
There's a door back here.
and you would open it by putting on the sword of the warrior. If that's the
And there's
one.
a secret lever here.
Okay. I'm still going to investigate that altar. I want to know which god or goddess.
Oh yeah, then they'll definitely took them dry.
I ain't touching this thing. Thanks.
No chance.
I'm the smartest person in
What
this
am I
room. I ain't
adding
touching
again?
this shit.
Investigation?
Yeah.
9.
Probably that's why he's still here.
In total, no.
Yeah.
You don't see any tracks.
Right, I'm going to stand to the side and push the...
If you wouldn't see any traps, you'd just open it.
That seems good.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't have a baggy roll or one roll. You pull on the sword. The door opens. It's a bone door. Opens, and what you notice is the passageway that goes up and turns to the left is actually the one you didn't go in before. So you're basically just doubling back on yourself. You came in, and then you were going back out.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not stopping you going through that way, but you just come back again.
This beam seems familiar to me. Anyone else?
I mean, I presume that one of you would go up, and it's only like 15 foot, and then you turn, It's like, oh, hey guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Had you not broken through that door and gone together, it would have been
Another way in,
secret door. Yeah, if you found out how to open the door.
Yep.
So there is a door to the south of that room. That's the only other way that you haven't been. That's it.
Yep. Shall we head back out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Begin walking on the
Yeah.
trail.
So there's, as you go into the next room, there's no door. It's just like an archway, carved archway. You go into the room.
Indeed.
Yeah, cautiously.
Drop first.
And so as you enter into this, I think it's a relatively small room. Well, it's a little bit bigger than the room you were just in. It's room number 5 you're in. A group of monstrous faces have been carved into the north wall, which is the one that, as you go through the archway, it'll just be on your left-hand side. and the north and east walls are covered with claw marks.
Well, I'm going to go have a look at those faces.
Sure.
Can I investigate the claw marks to see,
Yes.
maybe I can guess based on size and width and depth what it
So
is?
yeah, while she's investigating that, I'm going to be investigating the faces.
Okay. So do me an investigation check, both of you.
19 for 9.
They appear to be carved faces in the wall. You haven't found anything upon closer scrutiny.
Do they look infernal?
Not really.
19.
19, and you're investigating the claw marks. They're large. Made
Okay.
by claws.
Are they fresh?
Are they fresh? Oh, they could get fresh. It's really hard to say. I mean, yeah,
They're claw marks.
They're claw marks in a stone wall, you know. The good news is there doesn't appear to be anything in the room that created claw marks.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's two ways. There's two entrances. Oh, where's this one? So you've just come in from the west. There's a door to the north, and let me just clarify that. There's an archway to the north, and there's an archway to the west.
So we're heading north through the caves at the moment.
You're basically heading south.
South. Okay, so this door to the north would be the same door that we just came through.
No. So you've basically come into this room from the west.
Okay.
The door to the north is the one that's surrounded by the carved faces.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an archway. Yes, well, I got that bit wrong.
Can we not just say the door in front of us and the door on the left?
Well, you could do that. Where's the fun in that?
But then you won't be confused.
Yeah, I'd like to keep you confused.
Fine, door in front, door left.
Yeah.
Are we following the maze rule? Just go left.
So there's an archway to the north. There's an archway to the west. So you come in through the door, and there's an archway adjacent to you, kind of that way. And there appears to be an exit to the south.
Okay, we check the door.
Which one? Oh, the one in the
The
south.
door.
The door.
So which one's the hoe door?
Is there more door?
So as you see, there's a bone portcullis. So you can
In front of
see
the door? There's a portcullis.
it's not a door; it's a portcullis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Can we see through it?
it's a portcullis.
No, is it dark on the other side is my question.
It's the same light as the room you're in now.
Okay.
Is there anything in the room?
Yeah, you usually don't have portcullises for no reason.
Well, you basically see 5 foot. So as you look through the portcullis, the passageway goes on for 5 foot, then it turns to the left. So you don't really see an awful lot that's helpful to you.
Are there any claw marks on the walls in there?
I tend to say no. I don't think there is. As it's you, I will check.
I'm
Just
just
in
saying.
case.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Right. I am going to. Can we see? Is there like a lever or something to open it? Can we see anything obvious?
You're just visually inspecting it at the moment.
Yeah.
There's nothing that would imply that there's a lever.
Okay. Does the team have any expressions of which way to go? Like obviously I'm standing in front of the portcullis, but
Well,
Does it
obviously we
open?
can't go that way.
we haven't investigated that.
Can you open the door?
I've looked. Alright, investigation. Can I check if there's a way?
Can you check what point?
Can I do an investigation check on this, see if I can find any less obvious way? You said I was visually checking now, I'd like to properly
You're
check.
standing in front of a portcullis. I mean, I'm not sure what other investigation you wish to do
Can
right
I
now.
like run my hands like on the inside and see if I can find
Along walls and stuff.
yeah, an indent or something.
You may roll the d20 for me.
No. 6.
6.
Oh, 7, sorry, 7. Not that that matters.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Where's my dex? 16.
16. You only take half damage then. As you set off the trap that's not detected, because you were just inspecting for. You're just running your hand over the wall. It's a great way to set traps off. You take 11 piercing damage as the arrows fire into you.
Ow.
I love the bugs in my group. They just set off traps. The idea is to detect traps.
Well, they found them.
Moment as a team captain, maybe you'd like to kind of lead from the front and say, you need to check for traps. That's the first thing as a rogue you always do, check for traps. You may not always find them, but there's more chance of you finding them if you're looking for them.
Of course, the one I don't check is the one that hits us.
Always.
Well, you also got the acid spray, you managed to get out of the way of that one, so you took the 11 damage. What do you do now?
swear very loudly.
Yeah, that would have stung a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's continue along one of the open archways then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't find a way over the portcullis.
Which door open? Which one was the one that she just...
So that's the
The
south
portcullis
exit.
on the left, which we couldn't open, so we'll
That
go
was
south.
Well, hold on a minute. Just to clarify, you didn't try to open it. You just run your hands around and set the trap off,
I was looking for like an indent or something. So yes, I tried to open it.
and that's when you set the trap off. So it's not that you can't get through that door, it's just you haven't done the right things.
Oh well, that makes it.
Right. So you want to go. You want to go through the west archway.
The other one?
Yeah, I think that's
Or the north one?
What do you tell me?
I'm gonna have a look down the north, through the north
Go to the north one.
archway. And just have a look to see what's down there.
So you go through the north archway. First of all, you go to the right and realise it's a dead end after about 40 foot. You then check the other way and you realise there's a door at the end of that passageway.
Okay, I'm gonna come back and let the party know that there's a door down on the left. That way.
We need to make a decision because this is the portcullis is obviously very heavily warded against something. Are we going to try or are we just going to move on?
Let's just move on.
So you're going to go
Can't
through
afford to be pissing around.
Alright. What's south? Let's go check south too.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go not south, west, the upper west.
Okay, so you go through there and the passageway finishes in 20 feet as it's a dead end, but there's a turning to your left
Okay,
and the passageway continues to the left.
You said the portcullis was made out of bone. Can I just throw a fireball at it like that? Burning hands.
before you do that, I'm gonna come back and let you know what's down the north passage and what's down this upper west one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's go to this one again. Okay, you can do me cast a spell. I want you to roll. You're basically making a check against whether you break the wall. No.
19.
No.
No? Okay.
The portcullis rattles and resonates with the force of your spell, but it doesn't appear to break. It's quite strong.
Just because I'm team captain, everybody feel free to jump in.
I'm gonna throw another one.
Sure.
26. No, sorry. 23.
Okay, and how much damage do you do? Wow, the damage.
17.
You've done some damage. It's looking pretty. I mean, it's still closed, but you've done obvious damage to it.
I'm gonna attack again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep throwing shit at it.
You don't put a big ass
21.
number against something.
21 that hits.
Do if you want to confuse people.
12. Sure. So you cast the second. Was it fireball?
Just burning hands, so it's a small fireball, not fire fireball.
Yeah, so you do that and there's an obvious effect and the portcullis vibrates again and kind of shatters. Doesn't all break, but the bits in the middle just kind of fall to the floor.
There you are, it's open now.
Smile, happily tap yours. What's like encouragingly tap on the shoulder, whatever it's called. Like, good job. And now I would like to investigate the corridor and make sure there are pocket traps.
Sorry, you're gonna do what?
We're gonna go down. We're gonna go down. But I want to check the area first to see.
Through
if
the
there's,
portcullis.
Is there any swinging knives?
Okay, so you go through the portcullis?
Yes.
Are you checking the traps?
Yes, that's what I just said. Checking the traps.
Well,
Safely.
you need to roll for checking it. Actually, hold on a minute. Da-da-da-da-da. 25 hits you? Give me a dexterity saving throw.
That's bad. 14.
Oh, yeah, that's lucky because you did 14 damage as more arrows hit you. Because what? So the lesson here is you found the trap and you got hit by the trap. You've made no attempt to disable that trap.
How did I find the trap?
You were shot by it last time.
You just assumed that it ran out of arrows.
Oh, well.
Yeah, just
This is like where my rookie status comes in. I didn't know I had to disable.
I
You
just assumed the one
do
that's
now,
gone
yeah.
off
You
the
kind
top.
of porcupine now. So just a word to the wise, if you want to continue going through the portcullis,
Yeah.
you might need to, you know,
Break set trap.
or at least to say that.
You're looking sharp there.
That was a pointed remark.
Oh, dear.
For those who do, people, you want to come in, and then do it again. Just read it there. That's it. I've got to flip the bird, but
I pick up one of the arrows that shot Onyxia,
yeah.
Pull that out.
remove the fletching, remove the arrowhead, just snapping it
Mm.
for later.
I've got enough already, thank you.
Yeah, but this one's ready to use.
Okay. So, what would you like to do?
Disable the trap.
Save the fucking trap.
You want to know so where is it? This is room 53. It's a bone door. Yeah. Yeah.
Worked last time, I'm going to attack it.
Okay. What are you going to attack it with? Just
Fireball again,
Yeah.
that worked last time.
give me a roll then.
Ooh, come back. 16.
Yep, that's good enough. You cast fireball in it. And it shatters and falls in bony shards to the floor.
I'm going to laugh and just say, for somebody who is quite, what's the word, hesitant to tell us about your skills, you seem remarkably thrilled to use them.
Fireball.
Does anybody wish to enter the room?
I'm going to investigate the door for traps.
You blew up the door.
I was like, to be like,
I'm going to go into the room first.
Okay. You see in a room, it's a relatively small room, it's decently lit, and in the middle of the room, completely on its own, is a small wooden chest.
Nobody touched the chest.
You're so silly.
It's a mimic. No. I'm going to step aside, just out of the doorway, and let them see that there's a chest there, and be like, guys,
Should
chest,
take
do
my
you think
bit.
there's a diamond in there?
You don't detect anything magical.
so is that how you just check the magical?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's magical. Doesn't mean there's anything else. Can you like magic hand it maybe like a latch or something, or prod it?
Yeah, I'll mage hand.
Yep.
Try and open the chest.
Yep, the chest isn't locked, and you flip it up and open.
What's inside?
You can't see from that angle.
Does anyone have like those mage
Can I
lightning?
edge closer now that it's open and see if I can see what's in?
Yeah.
You want to edge, do you?
Just
Edgy.
kind of step a little bit closer.
And use
and
mage
realize-
hand, just pick up whatever, like, feel around in the
Feeling
chest.
bad.
Well, no, I'm not going to allow that because as mage hand, you
Yeah.
need to see what's it. This isn't a lot
Yeah.
of those lucky grab things. People out, that's heavy. But it just drops just as you get it. Oh
Yeah.
Dark, nah.
I hate that guy.
Yeah.
Come on in.
no. Hey Mike, how you going?
Hey guys, how you going? I just come to check it out.
Yeah,
Is
cool.
that okay?
Yeah, it's going
Oh,
well.
chair.
Yeah.
There's
I'm not here for long. I just
That's okay. The only question I was going to ask, because we're live streaming, is I think there's just one set internet for the whole establishment?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Was it? Is it?
It's a bit, droppy outy, but...
Is it?
That's a technical term.
That's okay. Yeah,
It's
droppy
okay.
It's
outy.
the NBN. That's the.
Exactly, that's fine. It mostly works, so...
What? NBN not work? No.
No.
I was promised it would be good.
Ow! What's at my place?
So how do you guys reach the table?
He has one of those little claws and just pushes out.
Yeah, I haven't used it yet because I haven't worked out how to do it.
Right. Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't need those wartime things. When
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying to
like
play.
it. I like it.
We haven't needed to use that yet, so we're good.
Yeah, so for those who are watching, actually there's nobody watching, but in case you watch later, Mike, the fantastic owner of the Cricket Spy who's joining us.
So where are you? How come I can't see you?
Oh, because I've turned a couple of cameras off to reduce the use of the bandwidth.
Ah, gotcha.
So I've just got the most important players and the next year. Yeah,
He's looking like a porcupine right now.
Maren agrees.
yeah. So it's going really well. There's no other. That's basically the only entrance into that room.
Yep.
So room 53 is effectively a bit of a dead end. So you're back out the passageway, and to keep going, you would take the passageway to your right hand side.
Yep.
Okay, so we're streaming in. So you walk down that passageway about 45 feet. You turn around to your left for about 15 feet, then turn to your left again, and then turn to your right, and you come across what appears to be a dead end. Does anyone wish to investigate?
Just to clarify, does anybody else have an investigation?
I do.
Okay,
I wouldn't
I'm
volunteer
sick of
this
investigating.
I mean,
Yes, I do.
basically, Anixia as a rogue would know that in an adventure like this, the rogue would be doing a lot of that kind of work.
I know, but I'm getting sick of getting stuck with arrows, so I
Well,
will.
Look better.
Then do a better job.
To be fair, it's not that you haven't rolled badly, it's just you haven't looked, and I'm punishing you as a DM for not paying attention.
Be very nice.
Yeah. This is an investigation, this is just a general look.
Appears to be there.
Is
So,
there rolling
so
dice,
are we
or-
all at the dead end, are we?
Yep, yep.
Yep. I'm going to investigate the wall.
Yep.
I'm going to do the same.
Oh, we're going to have a look. We'll have a squeeze.
25.
Yep, you notice that there's, that's a really good roll. You notice that what appears to be dead is actually a secret doorway, a bone doorway, rather. You're going to come across a lot of that.
Yep.
What did they kill to get all this food?
It's hell, what do you think?
Can I investigate for traps?
You can.
Yeah, you point them out, just get better.
Well, I mean, that's teamwork, so.
So is that another investigation for traps?
Hold on a minute, let me just double check. This is.
I believe it is, yeah.
Okay, so you found the. So you're checking for traps?
Yep.
Yeah, so roll for me.
Nope.
Well,
Well,
you-
it's investigation.
Yeah.
17.
You don't find any traps.
I'll just open it.
The door's locked.
Is there a padlock on it? Or
There's appears to be a lock.
lock?
Yeah.
Everybody's going to stroke.
I would,
How good are you at
I would
picking
like
locks?
to check the traps as well.
He's already done it.
Yes, I know, but I
There
wanna
are no traps.
Okay, I would like to pick the lock.
Please do. Slide.
16.
Yeah. There's a pick and the door is now unlocked.
Can we see anything further down there? Before we stumble on, I want to make sure there's like no, whole fire or anything.
So let's move forward to 9. Check. So it's a relatively thin, long room, and inside, bizarrely, there's a ruined siege weapon, and it sits on the north side. So the part of the room where you come in, it just sits there. You have no idea how it would have got into that room, because it's way bigger than any of the tunnels. And the room smells of urine. Random fact, there you go. Urine for smell of the room.
Lovely.
I cast prestidigitation to make it smell pretty.
Yeah, you can do
Much
that.
obliged.
As you cast prestidigitation with this kind of like large pine tree piece of cork that hangs in the middle of the room. Yeah, it's nice. passing. Now every time you spell point, you think, yeah, who are you?
I'm going to cast Detect Magic to see if there's anything in the room I can detect.
Please do.
That's it.
Okay. Your detect magic, it kind of prompts you to maybe investigate the siege weapon a bit more. There's something magical about it.
Okay, I shall do so. Six, 16.
So you through your investigation, you worked out that the siege weapon isn't what it appears to be, and it's being magically disguised.
I am going to dispel magic.
Fantastic. I think you have to roll for that, don't you?
I'm going
Yeah,
to
so
say
just,
that.
hang on. Actually, no.
You just dispel magic.
It's not 4th level or higher.
Sorry?
It's not 4th level or higher.
No. So you cast dispel magic, and suddenly what appeared to be the siege weapon kind of shimmers away, and there's a wooden chest.
Well, well, well.
No, there's no wells in the room. It's just a wooden chest.
Chest.
Chest. Just the
Who
one.
wants to check the chest?
Mage hand.
Also,
Open
very
chest.
It doesn't appear trapped, but it appears locked.
Lock this one.
Investigate for traps. You said it doesn't appear, but I want to make sure. I'm getting sick of being.
No.
She's doing a job for once.
Cool. 18 and 5.
23. Good roll. There are no traps in or on the locked chest.
Right, pink lock.
Yeah.
6 with my sun hand. Oh, that's not very good. 11.
I'll allow it.
Is that other way for just smash chest?
Well, you can try. There's a click, and the hasp comes loose on the chest. You pick locks, you didn't open
Can we?
it.
Oh.
It's,
I'm gonna stand back and let you do the thing.
everyone is so scared of everything.
I'm just gonna walk up to it and just open it.
We still remember when we were our other characters and we were
Yeah, so
with the doors.
Yeah. You open the chest, and inside there's a folded up piece of parchment.
I pick up the parchment and open it up.
And it says, I bet you thought this was a firearm.
I did.
And magically, because it was disguised magically, you went, wah, wah. Oh, you guys. Yeah, there appears to
Can I
be-
throw the chest against the wall?
You can do. It kind of bounces and just, yeah, looks sad.
Nothing here.
Damn it.
Grumpy old man does a grumpy old thing. Alright, so let me.
Is there any point in investigating the further just to make sure there are no more hidden doors in the walls?
You can do an investigation if you wish.
Might as well.
Yeah.
As the own door say. It didn't go very well at all. 9.
No, you don't see any, you don't detect any. The only other exit is to the south.
Continue heading that way, I suppose.
Yeah. It's just an archway. So you proceed through there and you follow the corridor around. It turns a couple of times and then you come across a door. It's an iron door.
I'm out.
Investigate the iron door.
Yeah.
Checking for traps.
Ooh.
I should know that number off by heart by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
16.
16. You don't detect any traps.
Is it locked?
Well, are you trying to open it?
Yes, check the door.
It's stuck. There is no locks on it, but it's not budging.
Right, I'm going to stand back and recommend a show of force on the door.
Yeah. Who's going to be the said show of force?
Thorin will just run over, to be honest.
Fine.
He just runs
Thorin
over.
will run, yeah.
Okay, roll for me then. Are you doing a strength check or are you using your weapon?
Just
Which is better, I suppose, really.
attack.
Yeah, attack it.
Not with that roll. Fucking
Yeah,
9.
yeah, the mace bounce, the mace or more, the more just bounces off it. Yeah, that really hurt.
He just gets pissed off and keep hitting me.
So who's this, Mo? Yep, in a
Thorin
You
again.
just keep hitting it.
15.
It's the sound of Thorin hitting you.
Stupid fucking
That was great timing.
Are you gonna keep hitting it until you roll a decent roll?
Barry's gonna walk. Hang on a minute. Give Barry a go. 24.
I'll allow it. It was actually to DC of 25. You crash into the door and you see rust fall through it, and it just about moves. And that's where we'll pause the stream for now.
Ba ba ba.
Bum, bum, bum. I'm just going to end the. No, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like intermission. We'll actually be back in 30 minutes. Let's just change that. 30 minutes. We can get drinks and take a comfort break and whatever else we feel we need to do. Alright, so let's
Thorin, is this a stock standard bread and butter dwarf barbarian? If it's
Kind of
not
whack.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Thorin
going
has
to-
got a similar backstory to Moran, last surviving member of his clan. He just wants vengeance and just hunts. Search and destroy. You know, it's probably whack the guy, to be honest.
Oh, God.
Food,
Yes.
tape.
Food.